Stories are true. That's what Louis C.K. said in a statement that multiple women have accused the comedian of misconduct.
But what I learned later in life, too late, is that when you have power over another person, asking them to look at your private parts isn't a question, it's a predicament.
Is it fair? Should he be allowed to start working again? Does he deserve to keep his job? And as a consumer, do you have the right to know when you're paying for performances that there's going to be surprise unannounced acts? And if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, that subscribe button, and hitting that bell to turn on notifications so it'll alert you to all my new videos. Bang bang, what's up, iCkEdMeL? Let's talk about it early today. Early video. Louis C.K., I want to know your thoughts. Should he be allowed to perform again? Some people are upset about it. If you don't know, he's a comedian, and about a year ago, 5 women came out and they said that he was playing with himself, touching himself, or making an attempt to, and they claimed that it was without consent. And it's a little disturbing to think, you know, some people that can't control themselves and they just have to like pull it out. You know, the thing that comes to my head is like somebody that's on the verge of being like some sort of serial killer, or like, you know, when they have those impulses that they can't control, eventually they're going to start doing more if he hasn't done so already. But a day after those 5 women came out, he admitted to it, that he did this, right? So not too long ago, he did a performance unannounced. He popped up on the stage and people were really upset about that because they were like, first of all, he wasn't even supposed to be performing and he just came out of nowhere, and a lot of people didn't like that. And then last night he did it again in New York. He came in unannounced, and it seems like people weren't bothered, and some people were bothered, but most of them were fine with it. It just kind of brings the question, is it fair? Should he be allowed to start working again? Part of me is like, damn, he must be really dedicated to be able to come on and perform again. I saw some people making the argument that comedy is probably something that he needs to do to stay happy, not stay depressed. But then we see other unfair treatment of other men with allegations, right? And this guy has 5 women and he admitted to it, and he's trying to get back on and perform. The Comedy Club implemented something called swim at your own risk. So that meaning that sometimes there are going to be performances that are unannounced and people just show up and do that. Do you think that's fair? Do you think Louis C.K. should have this chance to even perform? Did admit it. It's been about a year. I don't even know if a year is long enough. Let me read you 2 quotations that he said. He says here, "The power I had over these women is that they admired me, and I wielded that power irresponsibly." He wrote in a statement adding, "There is nothing about this that I forgive myself for, and I have to reconcile it with who I am." So the only thing is that I guess at least he's admitting he has a problem. But the problem is too that people are really upset is that he hasn't addressed any of this on stage or publicly. And I think for him, if he's gonna even attempt to make a comeback, I think that he needs to address these issues. And because he is a public figure or a comedian or somebody in the public eye, I think he at least needs to say, hey, I'm going to therapy. Hey, I'm doing this. Hey, I'm doing that. Hey, I'm in this program. And he hasn't done that yet, not to my knowledge. And there was a couple of news articles talking about Louis C.K.'s jokes about his daughter, and they were saying it was inappropriate and gross. And I went and looked at some of these jokes, and honestly, the jokes to me, they weren't bad. They were explicit in the way he was talking, but being a parent and like being on the toilet and using the bathroom and with the door open so you can watch your kids, I mean, some of the stuff he said was vulgar, but like the process of like cleaning your child and the poop and all that stuff, he was making fun of that, and I don't think it was that serious. Jokes that he made about his daughter and him using the bathroom, his daughter pooping and all that kind of stuff, that's things that all parents deal with. So if you're not a parent, you may find that weird or disgusting, but that's just what people go through, and that's the role, and things change when you become a parent. So comment down below, does he deserve to keep his job? Most people, if they would have committed these acts, would not be able to keep their job. Should Louis C.K. be able to keep his job? I think that he definitely needs to seek help, and I think that's the way he would be able to come back into this career without people being so hard on him. But it looks like people are already giving him a pass. So you guys comment down below, let me know your thoughts. Have a great day and peace. Louis C.K. And I actually like his comedy. Well, I used to like his comedy. I don't find myself listening to him anymore, but I thought he was pretty funny.
I see potential subscribers.
Peace, love, prosperity. Subscribe, all right?